Wow.
Can you hear me? Okay. I realized that I am back in the room that we always had issues with the
Oh,
internet.
God.
So I guess I'll see how this goes. Kind of forgot about that.
Memories of all the times when it was going so well for so long, and then suddenly we started having troubles.
Yeah, I think it was because of hello Michael. I think it was because of me moving to the basement. But then I was in that room that's directly below, and it has really good. But now I moved it back out because my mother-in-law is living with us for a little bit. So I guess we'll find out how it goes.
See how it goes.
Don't have a ton of space at this moment. So.
Yeah. At least you're able to find some space to do some stuff.
Yep, true. I can't complain. Or I guess I could, but who wants to listen, you know?
I will. I will listen.
I know. You're a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm just so nice.
What are you doing here?
Oh, oh no. I haven't decided on what I'm doing, so I'm still flipping through some things.
Okay.
Right. Mess around with.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you working on?
I'm doing a cherry blossom tree. Throwing mama-in-law under the bus. Legit. No, I'm really close to her. I'm really not. She's great. Now, she and I are actually really close, and that is one reason why she is living with us, why she needs to for a short period of time. So if not, that would be a different story, but she's pretty chill. She's like one of those grandmas who likes to tell the kids about her Vegas trips.
Hell yeah.
That is who, that's how she is. So.
That's awesome. Like back in my day.
She really is. She's like, okay, Mitchell. So this is how it was done, party wise.
Days. We would throw a party back in my day. She's like, I'm not saying do this, but
That's exactly what it's like. I love it. It's pretty funny.
how are all your kids doing?
They're doing pretty good. I mean, they're making me question motherhood today, but like, why did I choose this
Like it seemed like such a good idea at the time.
Yeah, exactly. But no, just teasing.
Sort of.
Kind of.
How old's your little girl again now? 2?
She will be 2 in December. She's I guess a year and a half right now. So she is such a handful, though. I love her, of course, but
Because you're kind of stuck.
well, you've made that choice, and you kind of got to go with it. Although we used to tell my younger brother, quite a bit younger than me, and so when my oldest son was born, he was still pretty young, and we used to tell him. My husband used to tell him when they would be chatting, we'd be visiting, and he would go, "Oh, how's things going with Mitchell?" My husband used to say, "I don't know. We're still deciding if we're going to turn him to the baby factory or not." And he would have this look on his face, like, "Is that a real
Like,
thing?"
what? So funny. And like, yeah, it kind of is.
So she was Blanche from the Golden Girls, kinda. Michael says, "Stellar last panel on that page, Rob." Oh, I love that hand.
Farting around with. Yeah. Hopefully it'll turn out all right. It was a little bit laggy. Is it laggy for other people?
Oh no, that might be me. Although usually it's not you that's laggy, it's just me. So if I'm laggy, I guess just let me freeze up.
See what people chime in and say.
I'm gonna say, is it both of us or is it just me lagging too? Because that's kind of par for the course.
That picture of your house looks nice that you sent me.
Thank you. Thank you. It is coming along. Pretty excited.
Did you guys do the whole thing? You got to choose like the colors and the trims and all that type of stuff?
We did do that, yep.
I remember I did that twice with the ex-wife, and it was always kind of fun. I had people tell us that building a house with your significant other would be one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. And I'm like, oh, really? And then when we did it, because we got along great, it wasn't hard. It was kind of fun. Yeah.
Obviously, to work it with. And so as we're going through things that we're trying to decide on, I really wanted to do a separate shower, big bath, all tile. I think they wanted like close to 7,000 to go that route.
Right.
And which is expensive for us. I guess I should say very expensive for us. I don't know if everybody views that as very
Not
expensive.
cheap for a bathroom. Like when me and the wife had to do that type of stuff, we had to make some decisions. Like that would be amazing, but we're just like it's add to the bottom line of the price.
Yeah, exactly. And that was kind of where we started kind of noticing as we kind of agreed on floor plan, and we decided to take another living space and instead make that living space into another bedroom, so the kids had more bedroom options, because as it is, two of them will still have to share a room. And so this really just kind of allowed us, and we were in agreement on that, right? But when we got to this kind of stuff, you kind of see where our different views were. And he thought, well, what if we just did big bathtub shower combo, which is one of the cheapest options, right? He's like, I mean, do we really need special tile? That's always something we can do down the road. He decided that his biggest thing was he wanted an extra, they call it a bump out in the garage. So you add 4 to 8 feet, depending on how much you want to spend extra to the side of the garage for space to use for whatever, right? That's not car parking.
Me and the ex-wife, we made that choice. One of the best choices we made was also to make it deeper, to extend out the depth of the
Oh,
garage.
okay. All
So
right. So
we would not
that's
have
something
fit
you did.
certain things in that garage if we had to made that. We're like, this is a worthy, like this is something we need to spend money on.
And see, well, I was not seeing the vision because it was about the same cost as it was for my shower with tile. So, I'm sitting here and I'm going, is that necessary? I mean, we never park both cars in the garage anyway. That's just not, we just never do. We never have space regardless, but maybe as I'm saying this, that's kind of obvious why. Because, anyhow, and then another thing, I really wanted stone countertops. My last house that we owned, we didn't have them. We had Formica, which is fine. But, I'm like, if this is going to be my, kitchen I'm going to stay in for a while, I really want some beautiful countertops. Well, they're really expensive. And he really wanted to do a big old patio slab out the back door for what my family is dubbing the party.
Hell yeah.
And he was so adamant about it. Anyway, it was just kind of interesting because as we went through this, we're trying out I'm like, oh, we should do to the whole bump out on the garage after the fact.
Yeah.
And everybody has told us because we decided to go ahead and do it. We didn't do a full bump out. We didn't do the 8 feet. We did a 4 foot by whatever the length was. And it is slightly deeper. So we did that. And so we saved a little bit because we didn't do the full 8 feet. And then I didn't do the shower because it was very fair to say, we could always do something like that down the road if you wanted to pull that out. And my brother literally does that for a living. So it's just interesting, kind of a fun thing to have to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to make those decisions. Like I said, me and the ex had to make a bunch of those, and there was several things we wanted, but we're just like, you know, not be smart to do that.
Right.
Now we got to keep everything we add to it. It's just more money we got to pay per month, and
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
It's funny you say that though, because everybody who has, because obviously it's nowhere, like I can't go look at it, but so my family members do, and they're always like, "Oh, it's such a good decision on this garage because now like you don't have to worry about having space for tools or storage or anything that you couldn't have really done later on because the house really isn't that crazy big that you can add a ton of extra storage
yeah.
elsewhere."
I agree. Making a bunch of extra space in your garage, you'll never. There's no such thing as like it's too big. Don't you?
Yeah.
Especially if you take your biggest purchase in life, and then you leave your second biggest purchase, your car, and you leave it outside when you have a giant garage built for it because it's filled with a bunch of stuff that you just don't have space for. So
That's a fair point. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I've never been like a real big car person. I mean, I like cars or whatever, but I have in my older age realized the importance of taking better care of your vehicles. That's for sure. Georgia's humidity, I don't envy you. Massive Panda plans for world domination had to be put on hold until the weather cools off some, but other than that, I can't complain. And you ain't kidding. I'm out here in humid, muggy Georgia. Heat. There's no way I'm conquering the world this summer.
Yeah, right.
I'm hearing that even in my home state of Indiana, I'm hearing people complain that the humidity is like at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, it was pretty hot today.
Dude, it is hot here. You know, I gotta say, I was trying to paint outside, we have a flatbed trailer that's rusted, and so I was out there trying to paint it. I was just cooking. It was so hot.
For most of the day, so that was nice, but still, it was, yeah.
Or went away.
It sounds like, oh, there she is. Get her.
I know. And I guess do you work outside quite a bit then?
No,
You
I'm
probably do,
in
huh?
the
No?
cleaning department, but I do end up going outside often,
Yeah.
forklift or to do various different things. So it's, not like extensively, but enough.
Right. How is work going?
I think I told you how I'm by myself. Did I talk about that? Did I mention that anywhere?
No, I don't think so.
So my department in receiving is normally we were supposed to be staffed up with 3 full-time people. There was a time
Yeah.
when we had 4 of us, 3 full-timers, 1 part-timer. Well,
Yeah.
so there's only the 3 of us, and one guy quit a couple weeks ago. So it's just me and Danielle. She's on vacation
Mm-hmm.
this week. So for the
Two.
entire week, it's me by myself doing the job of 3 people for 5 straight days. And then after this week, I'm on vacation next week. So it's Danielle. She comes back. She gets to be by herself doing the job of 3 people for 5 straight days. And it's hard. It's really hard.
Wow.
And the fact that they don't make an effort to get somebody hired in there, they're all talking, well, yeah, we'll find somebody. We'll do it. I'm like,
Will you though?
So it's rough. It's been doable. There's a gal that works up at the front service desk who likes me and Danielle a lot, and she's kind of rearranged her schedule to spend most of her shift back there. She can't drive machines and forklifts and things like that. She doesn't know the department, but she's really smart and she knows what she's doing. And so back
Mm-hmm.
there kind of saving my ass all day today and yesterday.
Yeah. That's nice though. I mean, it's nice you have somebody who is seeing this and goes, okay,
Yeah,
they need
it's a good,
they need
yeah, good
some
thing
support.
with me.
Hmm.
It's a good thing that some people like me.
Yeah. I mean, what's not to like, right?
A lot of things. I'm kind of an asshole in this position at my work because it's such a difficult job sometimes. I literally come home today and yesterday, come home, got something to drink, and just went and laid in my bed and just kind of just sat in the dark with the air conditioning on, in bed,
Jeez.
kind of dozing off, just decompressing for a minute, just okay, just gotta chill out, wind down for a minute for now that the job for the day is over.
Wow. That doesn't sound fun, not gonna lie.
It's, this sucks. Ginger bear, yeah, this is something that Chuck sent me. I'm trying to remember what the story behind it is. I think he said it's a sketch that he got from Eric Larson, and I I think I asked for it or to see it, so he sent me a really high resolution scan of it, and I printed it out. The idea was that I was going to do a light box on it and then try and ink it, but I'm just inking on the paper that I got it printed on from FedEx or whatever. Just practicing some inking. Doing that
Well, that's
crazy.
really good. I was gonna say I love that hand outstretched.
Yeah.
That perspective on it.
Yeah, this artist, he's really good at doing that forced perspective, energetic like that. It's the Hulk. He's racing at you, and he's gonna grab you. So that hand is this giant. Look how big it is compared to my own hand. Like to get an idea of how big I'm a drawing.
Oh wow, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass drawing. So what's interesting in terms of inking, when you have this hand coming towards you, you got to have the lines on the hand thick ass lines to bring it forward in the image. You know what I mean? The hand, you don't want to have really thin lines. So you have big, thick, chunky lines on the hand coming towards it. It's nothing I've really tried to this degree. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. See, I never would have even thought about it. That's not something I've even thought about.
Yeah.
Makes sense, though.
Someone sane. He's there.
What up, Gaten?
He's pissed off at me because he missed the stream that I was supposed to do with my brother the other day, but my brother could not get how you join up with me. He'd send me the link, and I'd hit the link, and it'd be like it's awaiting the host, and he could never get it to connect. So we just farted around with it for like 15 or 20 minutes. He just couldn't make it work, so he just had to do one on his own. And I just kind of watched and chatted but we could co-stream together.
Well, that's a bummer. I didn't know you guys were going to do that. I mean, that would have been fun, I'm sure, to watch.
Saying that, is it staticky and breaking up for both of us or just one of us? Doing that thing again.
The sound. Is it my voice that's staticky? I have a feeling it is.
You have the nice voice. I have the obnoxious. Like one of my buddies on my channel told me today that watching my videos, he thinks I sound like Chris Griffin from Family Guy. And I'm like, I've never heard that one.
I don't know about that. Maybe. It's been a while since I watched that show. Maybe I should see. That's funny. It's happening for both. Oh. Well.
See if it cleans up for a minute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am back in the dead zone of my house, so I kind of forgotten about that.
That's what my wife would call our bedroom.
Oh, snap.
Oh, the dead zone when nothing happens. I'm like, I know, you just lie there and like.
Oh my gosh. Robert. I don't think that ever happened.
Yeah. It's true. I was the king.
Oh my gosh, that is mean. I don't think she'd ever say anything like that. Or maybe you're the king too. I don't know. Can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. Nor deny these wild accusations.
Boinkbot, thank you for sharing the moments of creativity. All right, you're welcome.
Boinkbot.
Did you have dinner already?
Are you asking
Robert? Yeah, you.
Oh. Did I have dinner already?
Yeah. I'm trying to decide what to have.
But my roommate, she messaged me a little while ago. She's like, "I'm gonna order from McDonald's if you want some." I'm like, "Yeah, get me a little 10-piece chicken nuggets." I've got that actually sitting right next to me, and I periodically grab one. And so it's not exactly dinner, but it's you know,
It sounds like dinner.
and I guess it's just a 10-piece chicken nugget.
I mean, that's not as good as the 20 piece, but it's something. Ginger Bear says, I don't really mod. Even though I am a mod, I'm failing at my job."
Uh,
And Gates says, people don't tend to cause much trouble here.
yeah, there's not really any problems, and anybody who I put in as a moderator, I don't have any expectations of any of you. It's like if you want to be, I want like it's mostly like I want these guys to be able to share links to stuff, and
Right.
sometimes kind of like an honorary, like I like you guys, you are my people, so you get to have the blue name.
I also feel like, too, it's one of those things where while there's not the expectation, if you're in this chat, you see something, you don't have to sit and just watch it because Rob didn't catch it or something.
Yeah,
You can if you need to. And he trusts you to.
wait, I don't know
I
what
think it was, who is it? Oh, man, why can't I remember? Is it Dan? Who used to do a lot of kicking people out? Was it him? I can't remember.
who used to do what.
Week or twice a week. There were some nasty people.
Remember we did it. We're doing them like super late on Saturdays. We got some weirdos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, especially that first time.
Yeah. We should do that again.
Right? I want the late night weirdos so we can band.
Yeah. Hang out with all the weirdos, all the kids. All the kids on there being obnoxious.
Right? Are your kids feeling about knowing that they're getting ready to move far away?
Mm, I don't know. I think my oldest son is pretty bummed. Pretty bummed out about it, truthfully. Um, he's he's got a lot of friends here, and the thing is we rent, so we weren't going to stay here very long. I don't think they were going to let us stay for a very good rate here after our lease, and they weren't going to sell us this house. So eventually he would have had to move away from them, maybe not as far, but I don't know. I think that it's kind of hard for him to kind of
I
think
get.
about.
Yeah. I had to do the same thing when I was 14 or 15. We moved from southern Utah up here to, Salt Lake, northern Utah, and it ended up being significantly better in every way for me, you know.
Yeah.
So I've met people who are to this day my oldest long-term friends.
Oh, that's neat.
None of the people that I was friends with in my old hometown do I have any kind of connection to anymore.
Right. I guess that makes sense because, you 14 is kind of, I feel like, where you start making those relationships that might end up lasting longer.
And I was
That
sad.
makes
I didn't want to move. It was scary and relocate, new town, new school, new people. But
hmm
it's just kind of like a new blank slate. And for me, that was actually ended up being kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Maybe that's something I'll have to tell my son.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: we've lived in this exact same neighborhood we're moving to. He's lived in this exact same neighborhood we're moving to. Before, not even that long ago. So he does know, like, we do know people living there. He has one friend that's one of our neighbors, so he'll have that. He'll have that. He's been to this, not this exact same school, but same school district, and it's a small town. People don't change much. So how are we sounding?
Is it still terrible? Do I have to
From
boot
too
Jessica
close.
off forever?
What?
Like, do I have to boot Jessica off here forever?
I mean, that might happen. Slight static, but it's better. Okay. Seems to have cleared up. All right, sweet.
Could be that. It'll go back and forth. It'll be terrible and then clean up, but still be staticky. Yeah.
As long as it's not like freezing. I think that's where my internet really just was causing problems there.
Went through a lot of efforts to kind of make your internet work. Like, didn't you get some kind of like signal booster thing trying to make it?
Yeah, I did. Well, I got a okay, I don't really understand it, so nobody laugh at me. I don't pretend to be like a tech guru though. My husband is. He did a secondary internet. And the secondary internet was not as fast, but it was a stronger signal. And so they thought it would work better in the basement. I did have like an extender as well. I don't know where it is now because they didn't need it in the other room down here because that room was directly below the router. But
I'm hesitant to ink certain parts of this because it's wanting me to do the thing I struggle with the most. It's big, long streaks of flowing lines to throw down
uh,
hand, and it's hard to do. And if you fuck it up, well, it's ink on paper. You fuck it up forever. There's no going back. So I'm like,
we got faith in you. You
oh
can
my
do it.
god, I got a channel the Lord and Master Chuck. Chuck, by the
Yeah,
hand.
right. Channel his spirit into your hand. You ever seen Hot Rod?
Sorry, what?
Have you ever seen the movie Hot Rod?
I don't think so.
Oh, damn it. Then it won't matter then. It's a really funny movie. I'm actually surprised you haven't seen it. It seems like a movie you would have seen.
Like it's kind of like this dumbass movie that you would like.
Dumbass movie.
You're like, yes, you found the words that I couldn't.
That's exactly. Anyway, he's a stunt guy and he does like dumb stunts like at the like public pool he's trying to jump his bike and he's got like this little anyway, it's kind of like adult Napoleon Dynamite, but it's hilarious. It's got the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What's the actor's name? I can't remember. Um, but it's hysterical. Anyway, he's always like trying to channel these. He always says he's channeling the power of these different animals. And it'll be like the dolphin or the eagle or something. Anyway, I was gonna say make a joke about you channeling Chuck, but because you haven't seen it, it doesn't really land.
It's not there, so I'm sorry I brought it up, Rob. Watch the movie.
Now I just feel like a fool.
Boink bot, you love messing around with Sharpies that are dying, you get some cool effects. You do, that is true. Like when you have a Sharpie or something like that that's running out of ink, it does give you kind of an interesting dry brush effect. So yeah, absolutely. Like I tend to not ever throw away any pen until it's absolutely dead for those exact kind of reasons. I'm like, I can use this for something somewhere.
That's fair. I used to use Sharpies a lot.
Did somebody named Rob come along and say don't use Sharpies because they're garbage?
I was waiting for that.
Is that
You and I think John made fun of me for it. I think
uh,
you both made fun of me. You're like, well, when that looks like shit in 5 years after sitting around with Sharpie. I'm like, you know what, guys? Sorry, I'm not all, got special markers and ink and all that stuff that you guys do.
we're like, you know what? Fine, I'll never share autistic knowledge with you ever again. You've used up your last bit of goodwill from me. You're like, yeah, I know better than that.
Mm. Oh boy. I should have done this before I did all of the tree because now I'm really. I agree with you, Boinkbot. This channel deserves more attendance. What's wrong with humans? That is a very broad question and has so many avenues we could take.
I want a million+ subscriber channel and I want all kinds of ad revenue so I can just live off doing this YouTube thing. Is that asking for too much?
I think it is. You deserve it. You've worked really hard.
And I have. Yeah, you were a big factor in my kind of you were pushing me.
Just kidding. Just joking.
Doing this more than 2 years.
That is kind of wild. I will say this. I really want to keep doing lives if you're okay with it because I feel like it's the only way that I push myself to do art.
This is the last one we're ever gonna do.
I knew it. You're like, after the Sharpie comment, I decided you were just not the right.
Yeah, I've had my fill of Jessica. Just like I'm done with this girl. Better than that.
Oh boy.
You know me, I'm always around and I'm, always drawing and it's the only way I ever get to interact with you anyway, so
That's true. I'm sorry. This is really the only human interaction I get for the most part, anyways. Not even gonna lie. I always think about when I'm like, Jessica, when I go to draw and I'm just not doing as well as I wish I was, I always think about you telling me that you have to doodle in just anything, like just mess around, anything, draw whatever, at least once a day if you're ever going to improve. And I always think about that. I'm like, well, if you're not working on it, then you're not going to be getting any better.
it's kind of like working out or some shit. You gotta do it almost every day to build up them big old biceps like damn.
That's true. That is something I do not have motivation to do. But good for her. Yeah, it's true. It is. It's just like anything else.
I remember she was telling me recently she was in the back having lunch, and Danielle's really disciplined on her diet for the most
Mm,
part. She brings like almost raw meat, like not even joking. Like she sears it on the outside, but it's like super like uncooked on the inside, and has like raw green peppers and shit like that. And so one of these other girls who's in the back, a little older than her, she's like, where do you find the discipline to do this? And Danielle's just kind of like, you you just do it. You just have to want to do it.
yeah.
Like I just I just want to do it. So I do. And I think that's what it comes down to, honestly, is a person has to want to do this thing.
That's interesting. And it's true. It makes sense. I think I I don't know. With anything, I think that's just looking at diets. I feel like everybody's like, oh, this diet's the best diet. This diet's the best diet. Sometimes I'm like, I think it's just sticking to anything and having the willpower to stick to it, you know?
Right.
Like
Agreed.
she's found like the diet and truthfully, I couldn't do it. I mean, I say that maybe I could. Maybe if I just had to, like she says, like just made the decision to do it, maybe, but it just takes that willpower and not being lazy and slacking off.
It's like, what do you want in life? What are you willing to do to have this thing that you want?
It's true. That's true. Fair point. Did you guys see the new Superman movie? I went through all five emotions. I have not seen it.
I saw it.
Was it good? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it existed until a couple days ago.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of been out of it. Okay.
For me, it was okay. It was just okay. But I think Ginger Bear, he's saying there he really was into it, and I get it. I get why people do like it, but it wasn't connecting with me. I feel like it was an earnest, like good faith effort. I feel like they really did try and do something correct and right, get Superman
Yeah.
and the character correct. Um, you might love it. Your kids probably. I feel like kids will like it. I did hear somebody say that this Superman movie made for kids.
Oh, interesting.
Uh, So
Interesting.
I'm mad that I saw it, but I'm not going to go out and go see it again.
Okay. Interesting. I have been hearing a lot of chatter about that Jurassic Park movie.
Good or bad?
Huh?
You've heard chatter, but is the chatter good or bad?
Good. I have heard really good things from everybody I've known who's seen it. Surprisingly, they're like surprised by how good it is, which I was kind of like, eh. Like the Jurassic World movies are okay to see once. That's my opinion. Don't come at me. I like
Or
the original Jurassic Park movies, especially the first two, but I don't know. I wasn't gonna go, and now I kind of feel like maybe I need to. I don't know.
uh, I wasn't really that interested. I was going to wait for the reviews, and a lot of reviews I saw were kind of like, it's fine, but how many times can we do you know, here's a sequel to Jurassic Park. There's another secret island, and they were creating weird monster dinosaur things, and they're going to start eating people because people make poor decisions and go on the island where the giant monster lizards are. Uh, it's like, at what point are you like, all right, this premise, I don't know how many times we can keep doing this. I did rewatch the original Jurassic Park not too long ago. Man, does that movie hold up? It's so good.
Oh, I know. I love it. I love that movie. We watched it not that long ago too. That's how I felt about. That's why I was a little bit surprised, and I don't know what like the online consensus is. To be fair, this is me just my own like friends, family type reviews. Um, who were like kind of like, ah, it's actually better than I thought it was gonna be. Like, actually ended up being because I said the same. I said, is this gonna be the same crap over and over again? Which it does sound like it is, right? But I'm like, maybe I will. Maybe I'll go see it.
Like,
maybe I won't. Maybe I want to wait till it's streaming. I don't know.
yeah, when the new Jurassic Park comes, I definitely will check it out. I'm like, I'll give that a shot. I'm interested enough, just not enough to go pay that kind of money for something. I'm like, eh.
That's a fair thing to say. I'll do a $5 Tuesday, which is what we got here.
Asking a question about the kind of art tools.
Because any mix of inks or watercolors, it's actually just cheap ass acrylics. I think I was telling you this story. Went to visit my dad, who my dad's he got me into art, and he's been getting back, specifically painting, but in art in general. And he's been getting back into it. And I walked in. This is how I know he doesn't have kids at home anymore. He walks in. I walk into his office / art studio area that he's got set up, and he's got these like $15 tubes of acrylics. And I go, "Wow, Dad." And he goes, "What?" I said, "Oh, just really, balling on the paint here." And he goes, "Well, it's just your standard acrylic, isn't it? What do you use?" I said, when you go to Walmart and you go to the art aisle, the crafts aisle, and they've got the $1.15 little things of paint, that's what I use. And he's like, "Oh," kind of like, "Oh."
My daughter, get out of my house.
Exactly.
Like, I can't with you right now.
It was kind of funny. I said, obviously that's great that his art is very bright and very beautiful, but it was just kind of funny. I'm like, I'm too broke for that. One day, I always go into Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and I think one day I'll buy some. I'll start buying this and using it. My fear is that, sure, I could afford it for, a one-off painting, but once I start using it, I'll want
You're like, now I
to
have
keep using it. Yeah. Yep. That's what I think will happen.
Park, making me want to draw, but maybe not Hulk, maybe more of a Silver Surfer, Cosmic Heroes, Warlock. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. There's Mark Damowitz stopping in and saying hi. We love Mark. He is the best. When I grow up, I want to be like Mark. When I grow up and become an adult, I want to be like Mark. Same. Yeah. There's someone saying Mark. It's, crew. A big chunk of the crew. I guess there's a lot of interpretation to go along, and because this is such a super quick sketch from the original artist, so again, you're having to interpret the lines and make something out of it, and I'm actually having a lot more fun with it than I thought I would. I've sat on this thing for like a year just because, no, now I'm kind of like, hey, this is kind of, maybe I'll send it to the original artist and be like, oh my God, you're so good. I'm going to give you a job inking me. He would never do that. He never lets anybody ink him, but maybe he'd give me a gig somewhere.
I mean, you never know. Never say never. That's what Justin Bieber says.
Well, yeah, right.
Don't make me sing it.
I wouldn't know the song anyway. If I've ever heard a Justin Bieber song in my life, I didn't even know it.
You know what? That is a tragedy.
Is it really?
The beeps. All right. Mark says, anyway, just stopping in to say hi. Need to get back to work and not get fired again. Oh, my. Sounds
Yeah.
like a story there. Sounds like a story. Well, don't get fired. Nice to see you, Mark.
No, get fired. Come join the stream. Come on.
Yeah. Who needs a job, anyways?
All right.
Just kidding. Just kidding. We tried to go for a walk today. It was so hot. We just came directly home.
Like, you know what? There's this video out there. I don't know if you've seen this where it's like winter and snowing outside, and this farmer opens up this coop or something like that. A bunch of ducks come out. They had no idea that it was snowing outside. So like 15 ducks all burst out excitedly. They'll kind of walk a few feet out there. They look around and they all turn right back around and go right back in the chicken coop. They're like, fuck this winter shit. We are, nope. Just go back inside.
That's actually hilarious. Oh, wow. That's funny. They're like, we are not doing this.
We wanted to go outside. You didn't tell us it was the cold winter season bullshit.
It's true. That sounds kind of, I had chickens, and sometimes they would do stuff like that. They would just be making such a racket to get out. And so I go to let them out, and they get out there, and there be snow on the ground. And they just be like, nah, never mind.
Actually, can you come back in now? Come on, lady.
I mean, they were allowed to go in and out. I was like, please. I just had to go unlock them. So I just went back inside, and they could do whatever they wanted. Did you flip that? Oh, yeah, you did, huh?
Did I what?
Oh, I was just, at first glance, when I looked up, I thought, oh, he's doing something different. But then I realized you just flipped the.
Yeah. It's always flipping it around because your arm and your wrist kind of throw lines only so well from certain angles. So you gotta, you know, how it is. Flip it around to get optimum. You gotta flip it around to get the optimum angle for excitement. Cause just something to do
Just cut.
on a canvas, right? Nice.
I've got him here.
Whenever I go into the Hobby Lobby here, I always stop by the art pad area. I always check the art supplies, and if they have like art pads, paper, like buy one, get the second one 40% off, I'm like, it's almost half off. So I pick them up. So I got a pile of art pads to draw comics on. And it's like, I'm not going to run out anytime soon, but I'm still going to buy some more.
it's something you know you'll use. And I think that's the big thing is I don't always condone just spending money and because something's a good deal, but man, paper art pads, you go through them so fast.
Yeah.
Um, they are expensive to get good stuff. So I get it. Uh,
Like, God damn it, this is my last sheet of paper. How did I get low and not pay attention? More justification for me to be like, you don't want to run out like that one time.
a lot because I have little artists in my house who tend to take art pads and paper for their own usage, and I don't see them ever again. Which I'm perfectly fine with. So
Any kind of artistic drive. Like they will still occasionally, especially my youngest one, come into this room and grab a piece of paper and draw a thing and show it to me. But I haven't quite been able to determine if it's like a true artistic, like I like to do this, or I want to sit down and just flesh out an idea in my head. It's different, especially when they're young kids. It's not quite like they want to be artists yet. I
I
don't
see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, like you said, you didn't really start realizing that, oh, I like to draw and I'm good at it until you were a young teenager, right?
Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's hard to tell. They may just hit them one day.
And what's crazy is my older brother, I think I've told you about this. He's got a daughter who's just this artistic savant genius.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you get like the brilliant art child? They're like, because my brother, they appreciate him, my older brother and his wife, they appreciate art and they're very encouraging to their daughter, but neither one of them have a single artistic bone in their body. But they end up firing out all the genetics of an artistic genius.
Isn't that crazy how that works?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll love my boys no matter what, but I will be forever slightly disappointed in them if not one of them.
I get it though. You know what's kind of sad is my stepdaughter. Her parents, my husband, her mom, not artists. No, no desire for it, nothing. But she's really good and she loves it. Uh, yeah. And so I definitely, when, we were closer, tried to encourage that. Um, and for a long time, it was one thing that we kind of had in common that she knew that when she came to visit my house, like I would have a canvas and she could go wild on it, or I would have paint and she could do whatever. But it's interesting because yeah, she didn't. It's not really her mom's thing, and it's definitely not her dad's thing.
Definitely not the husband, or your husband, not dad. Yeah.
Kind of interesting how that works. My dad's very, artsy. My dad's a good artist. He's very old school artist. I feel like he's broadening his horizons now, but he kind of has his one thing that he does. I think like everybody. Um, but then my mom is she designs houses, like she designs buildings. And so she has kind of that gene because she does that. But then I feel like really I'm the only one of their children who really are like got into art.
Some people are artists doesn't mean they're going to have, like, it's not necessarily a genetic trait that's to pass down. It just doesn't really work that way.
Oh, well, thank you. I think maybe I froze up there for a second. I could not hear anything. Okay. I was like, I couldn't hear anything there. I thought, oh no, I've lost you. Mhm. That was last week, yeah. Uh, what? I, I didn't even end up going. I could have actually done that. To be fair, I was pretty sick. I had migraine, and so I ended up kind of last minute saying, you know what, I can't. I don't want to drive in a car all the way out to where it was going to be. And she was fine. It's I guess my my husband's stepsister. Um, it was her. She's super nice. She's like, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. As long as you send me a gift. No, she didn't say that. Oh, looks like Rob's stream's frozen. Oh, let me watch and see here. I was gonna say I feel like I couldn't hear. Yeah, I can see it. Yours is freezing up. Oh no. Okay, it's not now. We can't hear you. I can't hear you if you're talking.
How about now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay.
What? Why did you just say it? As if you never just say it anyways. Um, did you do something different? Oh, okay. I always think that it's my fault. Hmm. It's probably the best guess. There it is. No, because I don't think I can hear you either when that happens, and I can hear you.
All disappeared. Like, you know what? Fuck this live stream. Wasn't that interested in the first place.
Mm. That face on that character looks really good. Is that the Hulk? Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, no, now I'm frozen. He said I'm frozen now.
Ah, like let's just make him feel like it's just fucked up all across the board.
Yeah. And there was a time I could tell I thought I couldn't hear you for a second, but I knew you were talking because it was cutting out of something you were saying. Mm. But that was, very brief. Oh gosh, it just switching. Says now I'm frozen again and Rob isn't. They're like, we just want you guys not to have all these technical difficulties all the time. I'm gonna blame you too. They did something.
Yeah. Say it too, so they can hear us. I know. All right. I'm gonna.
All right.
All right. Let me kill it, and we'll come right back.